Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I don't know who's out there on Facebook today, but I'm here with Nicole Fortunasso, our resident Reiki master at Énergie Encore.
Hi, guys.
And today we're going to talk to you about virtual Reiki. With the whole new reality that we're all facing, we've had to make some adaptations. And we brought the services that Nicole normally gives in person online. And there have been quite a few questions from some of our, followers or clients to, question like, how does that work exactly? So
I know it sounds a little bit abstract, but it's a really great process. And what I've been doing over the last 4 months is I've always done remote sessions because I do them. I have always done them for my friends and family in Australia, and over the years, of course, I've done it for clients when they've needed it, where I couldn't have been in person. And so what it normally involves is it's just like a Zoom meeting or a FaceTime meeting, just something like this right now. And we start off with like a regular session, getting to know each other and getting to understand what is the things that you want to work on in your life. And when we work with energy, what we're looking to do is we're looking to tackle our problems or topics that we're working on, the physical, mental, or emotional aspects or those bodies, and we're looking to tackle it from the energy perspective. So when we look about talking about energy, it's just giving ourselves another dialogue or another opportunity or another way to express ourselves or discover ourselves from another, just looking at it from a different point of view. And I find when we take that space to give a different point of view, that's when the healing occurs, because our body's really relaxed and we get the insight. We stop putting so much pressure. We're just creating this space. And that's really what it's about, is opening and creating a space. And usually for our sessions, I start with a mindfulness meditation that we start off with, just to ground our energy and just to invite in relaxation. And then after that initial meditation, I just get the person to lie down and just relax for 20 minutes while I work on their energy, on the energy body. And usually during that time, I ask my clients to stay lucid, because sometimes they get insights to their problems or ideas during the session. And we sometimes decode them afterwards. I get insights as well, and we just talk about what was discovered during that session together, and we piece it together and come up with strategies of what they're going to do moving past the session, whether that's more mindfulness or, acting on some of the ideas that they got themselves during the session. And some clients as well, because as you know, I work with crystals, some clients have got a big collection of crystals at home. And if they want to work with them in the session and lie them on themselves while I do the work, I make sure that they pick the crystals that suit the right body parts, and I tell them where to place them. So we're working with the right intention that they want to create for the session. And at the end, everyone just always says they feel amazing and lighter. They feel really good afterwards. And it's just a really nice experience. And usually we work on a couple of different sessions as well. We work on it a couple of times, just so we can work deeper into the topic that we're working on.
And Reiki might still be new to a lot of people, so maybe you can just give the viewers a little bit better of an idea of, who would Reiki be for, and why would you even contemplate using Reiki as an option for you?
Yeah, no, that's a really great question. So Reiki is a Japanese modality, and it's about creating relaxation in the body to help it relax. A lot of cultures for many years have, and even some religious beliefs have looked at about exploring this aspect in our body. There's this energy in our body. People, they've been called different names like chi, prana, life force energy, auras, whatever name you akin to it. There is this life force energy that runs through the body. And what Reiki does, it's about working with that life force energy, helping the flow happen between the body, because when that energy flows really nicely through the body, that's when we feel at our best. That's when we're optimized at our best. So Reiki is suitable for anyone at any stage. And it really, like, I find what it works best is when you're working in conjunction with other things that you're doing, whether that be your medical healthcare provider, your coach, your exercise, your exercise mentor, like whoever it is that you've got in your life. It's just another way to express and help you connect in a different way and look at your situation from a different perspective. So usually, like, when people want to come and see me, it's because they've tried so many things and they just feel a little bit stuck and they want to try something that's different. And that's what this offers. It just offers a different way of looking and expressing our problems and providing more solutions for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And many people might ask, well, in the virtual environment, well, maybe you can just be really transparent and explain to people why you feel that virtual is the best option right now as opposed to coming in person.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So for me, like, a lot of my session requires movement and talking and expressing. So, and I feel like being able to do that is more important than being in close proximity for me. So it's like it can just work just as well. And it's really great because you're in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go anywhere. It's just really relaxing. If you feel really chilled and relaxed, you don't have to get in the car and drive home. You can just further relax and, go to bed or go take a nice relaxing shower or bath or whatever it is that you would like to do afterwards. You can go do that. And it's really easy that way because you're in your own home, comfortable environment, and we get to talk and see each other's facial expressions. Because if I was in the studio, I'd be all in a mask and, we wouldn't be able to talk enough to go through the topics. And even though there's some aspects of the session that is quiet and reflective, there is a lot of movement. So there'll be some seating, some lying down and stuff like that. And it's just much easier to do that virtually.
Nice. Is there anything you wanted to maybe in terms of other, maybe issues that someone might come to see you for?
Yeah. So really for Reiki, I work with anyone on a number of different topics. I've worked with people that want some extra emotional support, some clarity, people that want to have more relaxation in their life. That's a big one. Anyone looking and working on transitions, whether that's transitions through relationships, transitions at work. I've worked with people that are going through cancer and the cancer process, because that's quite stressful. And so it's nice to have and set up a situation for them where they can have some relaxation time and tranquility and just help them connect and relax that way. And they're my major ones. And I also, from the energy perspective, because I know there's some people that like to talk in terms of energy, they feel blocked in their body energetically. They notice that something isn't moving forward right for them and they can only express it in an energetic terms. So I work with people that say to me like, oh, I have a block somewhere, can you help me remove it? I just feel heaviness in my heart, or I feel heaviness in my stomach or my head. Like, can you help me shift that energy?
I like that. I think that the people who maybe start to look into Reiki are people who are becoming more in tune with their bodies and what they're feeling, I guess.
Yes.
And understanding that, there may be other modalities to help them to, to clear that emotion or anything, that sensation that they're feeling.
Yeah.
But it's also important for people to know that you don't have to see someone for Reiki because there's a problem.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to do yoga because there's a problem. Like you're doing it to stay balanced. you're doing it to stay balanced and to
Yeah.
be grounded and to just to kind of fine tune knowing your body and your emotional state a little bit more.
Yeah, but that's a really nice way of putting it too, because sometimes in the beginning, like usually someone's come see me for a problem, like, and we see each other consecutively for a few sessions to work on it, and then we both get a sense that that the topic has come to its natural resolution. But usually afterwards, it's about a maintenance. So usually I'll see clients like once a month after that, or as they feel they need it, just to help with that relaxation process that they're working on. Because it's like what you're saying with yoga work. Like, you practice it, you come to the studio and practice, but you have to do some work on your own, and sometimes you come like to get that extra support from the community or a group of people that can help support you. And that's how I feel like Reiki can work as well, because it can support you in your journey with all the hard work that you're doing.
I also just as much as like yoga, when you teach someone how to use either yoga or Reiki as a tool to help them to, to cope with the ups and downs of everyday life. If you're teaching someone how to meditate, the fact is that in continuously going back through the motions of meditating, and if you do it regularly, it becomes like a reflection, a mirror of how you're feeling today. So when you do it, you try to do that Reiki meditation that Nicole taught you how to do, and it was really difficult. Well, that's sort of a flag going up to say, well, why? Why do I feel like this today? What changed? And it could be anywhere from, okay, well, there's something bothering me at work, or I didn't sleep well enough, or I didn't eat well, or I'm not taking care of myself, I'm not giving myself enough time. And other days when you do the meditation and you're feeling, you take the tools that you taught them to kind of do a body scan and to see like, well, how am I feeling today? And if you're feeling good, recognizing, well, what are the good things that I've done? So I find that just teaching people these tools is a way for them to be able to, again, check in with their body, check in with their mind, and help them to come back to like a better consistency.
Yeah, exactly. And I've offered, like, through the studio recently, Reiki level 1 training, and I've done it virtually for some clients already, and it's been going well, because as Roselle was saying, like, they get to learn how to connect, because when you practice energy, it's like learning a different language, or expressing yourself in a different way. It's taking notice of something that's very subtle within yourself. And sometimes, like in the past, like if before you've known energy work, you may not have been able to describe it or articulate it in a way, in any way. You just feel like something's not quite right, or there's something that's there that needs exploration. And this is where energy work can come into play, because it goes into this subtle realm, this subtle discovery. And when we start practicing and working with that energy, we start to realize and connect how that feeling of not quite knowing how to describe it becomes clearer and clearer to describe. And that's very empowering.
I think another why someone wants to dabble with Reiki or try it is to just add another layer to what it is that they're doing.
Yeah.
Especially people who are into meditation or into yoga, may dabble with that. And then when they learn a few extra tools and they have these extra tools in their pocket, well, let's say, for example, as a teacher, I know that right now I can't really touch anyone, right? I've definitely brought in the learnings I've had from Reiki and from energy work into my teachings, or into being a massage therapist, and being able to try to send positivity to someone intentionally.
Yeah. And it works. It does.
These are just extra tools, and I don't know. I find it's an extra way of sending, love, or
it is.
sending positivity to people who might need it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've always that's why I have it here. I believe in energetic work, but yeah, sometimes, different people are at different stages, and not some people might think it's like, oh, like really out there.
Yeah.
But
I know my dad still does. He makes fun of me. But then he's like, I'm like, Dad, do you want a session? It's like, yeah, okay. And he's like, I love it. But then he'll tease me about it later.
plain energetic work to people is like, can you tell that someone is being warm to you by like just seeing them across the room? Can you tell that this person is a friendly person and that this person has a good vibe? And you can totally tell that. And if someone has a vibe that's, they don't feel like very approachable, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's the energy that is exuding off of that person, and it can either be beaming out or it could be like sucking you in.
Yeah, exactly. But it works. It works in wonderful ways all the time. It's like from those weird, like some people think it might be weird, like the phone rings and you know who it is before you see the name on your screen. You just know who it was. Or like you get a feeling, oh, I need to call my friend or my sister, like, or my brother, because like, yeah, something doesn't feel right. And we're usually right in our feelings and you can't explain it, but that's just like the connection of the energy that's between us all. And we can work with that energy in really positive ways to make positive benefits to other people's lives and our own lives, and just really enrich them.
What's cool throughout the whole COVID situation, when we started doing just the virtual classes, people said to me that they could still feel the energy of everyone coming through.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Despite the fact that we were not all together, there was still a way for us to share, our connection and stay connected and uplift one another, even though it was a bunch of boxes on the screen. And that was the best that we could do at the time, right?
Yeah.
So.
No, but it's nice. Like I know that I recently wrote an article about this, but there's been like studies that show, like when scientific studies that have actually been done properly with scientific rigor to take away placebo effect and observer effect. And what's been nice is like they show that sending energy, sending positive thoughts to people, it does impact on the body, and they've been able to measure it in different ways. So they've been able to they can see that the parasympathetic nervous system gets activated, which is a system that gets activated during massage and relaxation. Mm-hmm. So, there's literature there that shows it. It's just, some of those studies, it's just hard because it conflicts with people's beliefs. That's where it gets to. So if you're a bit skeptical, that's totally okay. But I recommend giving it a try because it's a very experiential experience, and it's a really nice way to just look at something that's going on in your life in a different way, or just take the time just to relax, because it's even in the scientific literature, when you are relaxed in your body, that's when your body heals. That's when all your cells go to work and they start repairing themselves properly. When you're in stress states, when you're worried, it sends chemicals all through your body, and it actually stops your body from repairing itself. Mm-hmm. So because it's going into, we're in like crazy land, we cannot send any energy to help our bodies and our cells regenerate again. So it's really important to work with relaxation, and this is what I love about Reiki the most. If that's the one thing that we can definitely talk about, and that's the relaxation benefits.
Anyway, thank you, Nicole. I hope for those of you who watch this, it gives you a little bit better an idea of what Reiki really is, and how that we don't actually have to be, physically in the same space in order to be able to impact one another positively. Okay, so thanks, Nicole. I look forward. Nicole and I are going to be putting together some workshop series for the fall, and
that's gonna be awesome.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah. So I've got the next week or so to get my act together and put that out.
All right. Well, I'm hoping to work with you guys and a little bit more and helping people relax more. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.